Thank you to Wix for kindly sponsoring this video. If you want the freedom to create a stunning website of your dreams, you can do all of that and more with Wix. Hi everyone, it is the end of 2018 and I've been waiting to share this entire bullet journal journey. So that's 16 setups in this bullet journal flip through. So grab something to drink and get comfy. I'm going to share with you what I've learned about overcoming my fears and tips to hopefully help journaling feel more natural and less like a time-consuming burden. If you're new to my channel, follow the journey of the beloved bunny and bear and other adorable characters as they struggle with finding self-love and courage and eventually finding friendship through each of my setups. I put them all into a playlist to make it super easy for you, and it is linked below along with the main supplies that I've used. Basically, I started out by making my own journals because I wasn't sure how long this would last or if it would have benefited me in any way. So I had my doubts and I didn't want to make any investments. And then I upgraded to Maliko soft covers as part of the traveler's journal setup that I created. So that is how I'm ending my 2018. And I'm not sure what I'm doing for 2019 yet, even though it's a few days away, but I'm considering one journal for the year. We'll see. And I mainly use my micron pens for everything. The 02, 05, and 08 sizes are my favorite. These are all linked below as well. First off, if someone told me that in a little over a year's time that I would have a community of lovely people rooting for me, that I would begin my lifelong dream of publishing a book and a successful shop, I would not have believed it. So this entire journey is simply a blessing for me, and I'm beyond grateful that I can share my stories and my illustrations with you. You can't see it now, but I'm smiling so much right now just flipping through these pages and seeing my progress. I honestly had no idea what I was doing back then, and I was simply taking spreads from Pinterest and adding my illustrations to it. I started bullet journaling to take back control of my life, how I wanted to feel and what I wanted to accomplish, and not be a part of the chaos. It was really frustrating when I kept hearing myself say that I couldn't do something because I had no time. When I did have time, I didn't have the energy or want to do it anymore. So this was the ultimate reason why I started bullet journaling. It was very difficult at first to switch from doing what I normally would do to creating and using a brand new system. Just like getting a new phone or even being in a new space, it takes time for us to get acquainted and be comfortable with the newness. But as you can see, I was still not consistent. There are so many blank pages, calendars, and trackers, and it's really funny and amazing just to see how much I struggled. So if you feel the same way or have these concerns, it is completely fine and you'll get better, so as long as you keep at it. This is the biggest tip I can give you. Do not give up on this if this is what you really want to try well. This is the notebook that I was using before I started journaling. Just a plain notebook with random notes, appointments, and to-do lists all over the place in no specific order. So during the first few months, I would be going back and forth between this and the bullet journal. And then eventually I just switched completely over and never went back. I am so much better at organizing my thoughts and my days, and looking back, I have no idea how I got any of my goals complete. And I really do believe that switching from that old messy system to the bullet journal made this year a dream come true. And I woke in a field with wings. It was the first of the new year, and the bunny and the bear made their wishes on the moon for their dreams to come true. They wished with all of their might, silently and together, as strings of beautiful and radiating light danced around them. It is the beginning of their journey, and they had no idea what adventures lay ahead. All they knew was that no matter where life takes them, they will have friendship. And as they begin their journey, they remind us to build our sky one star at a time. The first of the year comes and goes, and the bunny needed to explore on her own, leaving her beloved friend behind without knowing how long she'll be gone. It took courage that she didn't think that she had, and an acceptance of bad times, of struggles, of blunders, and of mistakes for her to find her guiding light. It was only then that she learned that she could fly. On the other hand, loneliness embraced the bear. It didn't let go and caused her to spend countless days in a loop of the past and endless hoping for everything to go back to the way it was, to the way it was supposed to be. She wanted the bunny back and could think of nothing else. And some days, she didn't even have the energy to get up. Until one day, a beautiful bluebird sang her song. It was spring, and life was blooming once again after a cold and bitter winter. Knowing this was somehow a sign, the bear took to her feet and began her own journey of finding peace within herself. And as the flowers bloomed vibrantly and grand, and the cherry blossoms showed their magic to the world, signifying a new beginning was here, the bunny cheerfully dances among the branches, seemingly without a care in the world, because she found her courage and made many friends. But when she spotted her old friend waiting for her across the way, she ran as hard and as fast as she could to embrace her companion once again. Looking back at this story, I can't believe that I found a way to intertwine it within my setups. I was smiling before, but I am cheesing right now with tears in my eyes, so thankful to have shared it with you. May was the complete opposite of a month. I was overwhelmed, and since the story was complete, I started to feel really lost, not sure how to continue with my setups and what I was even doing anymore. And it was also the month that I officially named my business and was prepping for my first craft show like a madwoman, and the biggest hurdle was creating my website. I started to use WordPress, but that was very frustrating for someone who doesn't know enough about site hosting and coding. So then I found out about Wix, which was a huge relief. I was able to get my website up within a few days of the show. I did look into Squarespace as well and ended up with Wix because I really like their editor. If you want a beautiful website, I highly recommend it. So if you use my link in the description, you can get 10% off, or you can sign up for free to test it out, or check out my website to see what they are about. By the end of July, I could tell that my want to sit down every month and create a setup was lacking. My procrastination became worse, and I was definitely overeating as a way of feeling good. It wasn't a good few months, even though I tried to put on a good front. The pressure to create a story every month, while the one thing I wanted to do, which was develop a book, was looming over me. I was afraid to fail, and it took so much effort to get out of that state. It was not easy. There was no easy way out. Instead, there was a lot of struggling. I felt like I was climbing a steep cliff with weights on my feet and no grip to move forward. And I eventually found my way out through various podcasts, a lot of articles, talking to friends. But the main thought that helped me the most was that I can make this situation into whatever I want it to be. I have control. And I know it's crazy to hear such a dark side to bullet journaling, but sometimes I know we put crazy and unrealistic expectations on our own shoulders based on what we think things should be or what we think others want to see. And when we do that, we can lose ourselves. The biggest skill I've learned going through these months was the skill of listening to myself, not based on anything or anyone else. If the whole world loves circles, but you love squares, do not change or feel the need to change what you love so that you can fit in. Remember that when you are setting up your bullet journals or doing anything in your life, take away that pressure to create that perfect spread or getting that perfect body or job or whatever else, and really just listen to yourself. Be open to failures, mistakes, and more importantly, exploration. Be open to not being perfect and be kind to yourself. And just to put it out there, I do not want anyone looking at my work or life and feeling bad about theirs. Instead, look at my work and life and see what's possible. Get excited that it exists so that you can build upon it and eventually make something that is yours. If you change your perspective, you'll change your life. Moving forward into the next few months, I started to explore different styles of illustration and subtle changes with my setup, and I eventually figured out what I truly loved, which, not surprisingly, is the illustration style I did for the setup that started the whole bunny and bear journey. And I learned that I love simplicity. I learned that I work so much better if I didn't have too much to track and fill out. Most importantly, I learned that I want to utilize this tool to help me accomplish much more in my life instead of being another check mark. So going forward, you'll see recurring themes, more faces of my beloved animals doing amazing things with or without a story, but always with good intentions and meanings. And some month, maybe the only thing I can plan out is my weekly cover page, and that's okay because I'm so excited to release my book this year and to start many, many other exciting things. Overall this year, this entire journey has been amazing. I've learned so many skills by failing horribly, and I'm looking forward to failing even more this coming year. And with that, I hope this video helps you to embrace and even look forward to failing on the purpose of learning from it. Thank you so much for an incredible year, and I honestly hope that this video gives you a little push to reach your goals. I'll see you next time. Bye.